Okay, folks, ready for a deep dive into something a little different. Today we're going to pit two absolute legends against each other in a totally hypothetical showdown.
Okay.
Ernesto Hoost,
Oh, wow.
the Mr. Perfect K-1 Kickboxing,
Right.
versus Jet Li, the wushu master who redefined martial arts in movies.
That's a good one. I like that matchup.
Yeah, so it's kind of a clash of styles, right? Totally
Yeah.
different worlds, but when you dig deeper
Right.
into their strengths and weaknesses, the fight gets really, really interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, on the surface, it's like, what are we even talking about? But
Right.
yeah, you start to think about it, and then you realize,
Yeah.
oh, this would actually be
Yeah.
a really interesting fight.
So let's start with Hoost, four-time K-1 World Grand Prix champion.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, that's the Super Bowl of kickboxing.
Is.
Grueling tournaments, the best strikers in the world.
Yep.
Hoost dominated this scene for years. I mean, his low kicks are legendary.
Oh, yeah.
And his precision striking earned him that nickname, Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, just surgically precise with his strikes,
Yeah.
you know, and he just really knew how to break people down.
Like a surgeon.
Like a surgeon. His fight against Bob Sapp in 2003 is a perfect example.
Oh, yeah?
Sapp was massive, right? Incredibly strong wrestler, almost unbeatable at the time.
Wow.
And Hoost just systematically broke him down.
Just picked him apart.
Targeted his legs with those low kicks, just devastating. And eventually the doctor had to stop the fight.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a masterclass in ring generalship, you know? Technique over brute strength.
It's amazing to watch him fight. It's, like you said, surgical, but is that methodical approach a problem against someone like Jet Li?
Well, that's the question, right? I mean, Li's background is in wushu,
Right.
which is a Chinese martial art that emphasizes speed acrobatics and a huge range of techniques.
Right.
It's almost the opposite of Hoost's style.
Right.
So you've got Hoost, who's like a scalpel, and then you've got Jet Li, who's like a whirlwind.
Yeah, it's true. Like, we've all seen those movie fight scenes, right?
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 4,
Yeah.
Hero.
He moves so fast and fluid. It's like he's defying physics.
He really does, and that adaptability, right? That ability to switch between strikes and throws and grappling,
Right.
that could be a real problem for Hoost. If Likey can dodge those low kicks and disrupt Hoost's rhythm,
Yeah.
he might be able to create openings that other fighters just can't.
So you're saying in like a street fight, no rules, chaotic environment, Like might have the advantage.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
His unpredictable movements, all those different techniques,
Right.
really effective in that kind of setting. Plus, he could use the environment to his advantage, you know,
Yeah.
creating angles and opportunities you wouldn't have in a ring.
But what about Hoost's power and experience, though? The guy's fought some of the most brutal strikers in the world.
Oh, absolutely. Hoost's toughness and his ability to take a hit
Yeah.
cannot be ignored. But, you know, a street fight is a different animal altogether.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole different thing.
No referees, no weight classes, no rounds. It's about survival, pure and simple.
You got to exploit weaknesses and take any opportunity you can get. And in that context, I think Li's speed and his unorthodox style could give him the edge he needs.
To overcome Hoost's power.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just about who hits harder, you know?
That's really interesting. But, okay, what about a more structured setting? Like, say, a kickboxing match in a ring.
No, in that scenario,
Yeah.
I got to give the edge to Hoost.
Yeah.
His experience in the ring, his understanding of distance and timing and just raw power.
Right.
That would be incredibly difficult for Li to overcome. You know, Li's agility and speed would definitely be a factor.
Oh, yeah. He'd be tough to hit.
Absolutely. But I think Hoost's fight IQ, you know, his ability to control the pace of the fight,
Right.
that would ultimately be decisive.
So it seems like the environment plays a huge role in who would win this fight.
It really does. It reminds us that fighting isn't just about physical attributes.
Right.
Context, strategy, adaptability, those are all crucial.
Really interesting point. So we've looked at a few different scenarios, and it looks like the winner depends on whether it's a no-holds-barred street fight or a more organized ring match.
Yeah,
It shows just how complex a fight between these two masters could be.
absolutely.
But here's a question for you listening. If you could design the perfect fight scenario to give Jet Li the best chance against Hoost, what would it look like? What kind of rules or environment would you choose to really push both fighters to their limits? Think about that as we wrap up this deep dive. It's a fun question to consider.
Yeah, it is.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody.
Catch you next time.
See ya.